Good day to Sir Mandia and everyone. I am Jan Idel Mitra from TO9 and my topic is file organization and access. In this topic, we will discuss how files are accessed and organized by the operating system. So we will start by defining key concepts. File access is the process that determines how the files are read from the memory. File organization refers to the process of storing data in a file. So, therefore, file organization and access are interrelated process of storing and retrieving of data that is done by the operating system. So, usually the operating system is installed in the hard disk drive. This is where also the operating system files are stored. So let's take a look at the structure of a hard disk. Disk surface is divided into tracks. Tracks are divided into sector. On the sector, data is stored in fixed block. This one block is known as the physical record. Here, all the blocks are in the same sizes. Operating system writes the file on disk, and this is what we call logical record. Now, the size of the logical record should match with the size of physical record in order to store or write the data. But the problem is, logical records may vary in length and might not fit on the physical record. Packing a number of logical records into physical blocks is the common solution to this problem. And this packing is done by a user application program or the operating system. So from the example, a file organization is very important because it determines the methods of access, efficiency, flexibility, and storage devices to use. There are four methods of how the OS organize and access files on storage media. I'll just explain each briefly. Methods of file organization and access. The first is sequential. Information in the file is stored in order, one record after the other, organized by the order in which they were entered, used on secondary storages like magnetic disks and optical disks. The next is random or also called direct. Records are stored randomly but accessed directly. A record key is used to determine the location of files stored on the storage media. Mostly, this is used on modern storage devices we have today, which speed of access is important. For example, hard disk drives, CDs, DVDs, USB memory sticks, and flash memory like SD cards or memory card. The third is serial. Data records are stored one after the other with no specific order. Serial files are read by starting at the beginning and reading through every record until it finds the user wants. In analogy, a shopping list or grocery list is an example of non-computerized serial file. There is no particular order or sequence in selection of the items on the list. So magnetic disks can be used to store serial files, but originally it is first used on old magnetic tapes, like music cassettes. And the last one, the indexed sequential, supports sequential and also direct processing of data. An index is used to locate individual records on storage media. So each record has an assigned index that can be used to access it directly. An index sequential file can only be stored on a random access devices like magnetic disk and CD. So that's all. I hope my presentation is clear, sir. Thank you and stay safe.